Welcome back to Who We Got Cameron. I'm going to tell you my Week 9 schedule right after the trade deadline. Game 1, we have the Titans versus the Steelers. I think this is going to be a good game because Steelers are not a good offense. Their offense is terrible, but they have a really good defense. But I do think the Steelers are going to win this game because there's no Ryan Tannehill, and Will Levis just isn't that guy. Even though he threw 4 touchdowns last week, I just don't believe in him. Next week, we have the Vikings versus the Falcons. No Kirk Cousins or Justin Jefferson. That's not very good. And plus, I know there's no Desmond Ridder, but I still think the Falcons got this in the bag. I just don't think that if there's no Kirk Cousins or Justin Jefferson, they're going to win. Next game, we have the Cardinals versus the Browns. This is going to be a good game. I can see it being close, but I think I'm going to have to go with the Browns. I think their offense is good. I think Amari Cooper's going to step up. And I just don't think anyone on the Cardinals can do good. Next game, we have the Buccaneers versus the Texans. This is going to be a good game. I know the Texans lost last week to Bryce Young, which wasn't that good. But I think C.J. Stroud can pull it off and get the win over the Buccaneers. And I just don't see Mike Evans playing that well. And I just don't think Baker Mayfield will play well either. I just don't think their defense will play well. Next game, we have the Bears versus the Saints. This game is going to be a good game. But I do think that the Saints are going to pull this off. They have electrocuting offense when it comes down to some plays. And Derek Carr is going to step up. And I think their defense will play really good. And plus, there's no Justin Fields, which makes it even easier to win. Next week, we have the Giants versus the Raiders. Both are terrible teams. One has Devontae Adams. I don't think there needs to be anything said. Just don't think the Giants are a good team. Neither are the Raiders, but they have Devontae Adams. So I think they're going to win. Next game, we have a great game versus Joe Burrow versus Josh Allen. Both quarterbacks have been terrible this season, but it's 2 good teams. So it's going to be a good game. But I just see Joe Burrow becoming Joe Cool again. He's playing really well. And Jamar Chase is cooking. Josh Allen sucks. Stephon Diggs will get pissed again. And I think the Bengals are going to win this one. I think it's going to be a good game. Next game, we have the Dolphins versus the Chiefs. Tyreek's revenge game. It's going to be a good game. Tyreek's amazing. Travis amazing. Mahomes not going to do that well. Played terrible against Denver. I see the Dolphins winning this game because I think Jalen Ramsey's going to play well. And plus, Jalen Waddle's in there too. Maybe he can do something. And Tua, I don't know, but I think the Dolphins are going to win it. Next game, we have the Seahawks versus the Ravens. This is a tough game. I think the Ravens are going to win this because Geno Smith is terrible. He's throwing so many interceptions. And Lamar Jackson is just going to run through the whole defense. Unless Leonard Williams does anything. But I just don't think that'll happen. So, that's where I have the Ravens winning it. And plus, the corners on the Seahawks are good. But they're not going to be... They're going to be okay. But I just don't think they can do that much. Next game, we have the Rams versus the Packers. It's an interesting game. I have the Rams winning this because of Cooper Kupp. And I think it'll be a pretty good game, though. Next game, we have the Commanders versus the Patriots. This game is okay. There's no Chase Young or Montez Sweat, but I still have the Commanders winning this. They have Terry McLaurin. But Mac Jones isn't good, and their team sucks, so that's why I have the Commanders. Next game, we have the Colts versus the Panthers. Electrocuting game. Panthers are looking to win this because the Colts don't have a good defense. That's why I think the Panthers will smoke them. Michael Pittman Jr., you're not doing anything. Next game, we have a rivalry game. We have the Dallas Cowboys versus the Eagles. I'm seeing this is a good game. I'm going to make a hot take on this. I'm going to take the Cowboys. I know they lost to the Niners, and I was wrong about that one. But I feel like Micah Parsons and Dak can pull it off after the week they just had against the Rams. Not a good team, but I think they can still do it. And plus, I don't feel like Jalen Hurts will be off. Next game, we have the Chargers versus the Jets. Monday Night Football. Huge game for both teams. Both teams are underperformers, and this is going to be a good game. I'm having the Jets lose this game because I don't think they can outscore the Chargers, and I just don't think their defense is going to hold them back. Well, that was it. If you think I'm going to get all my picks right, say it in the comments. See ya!